You are now muted.
Okay, I think let's start. I think if they join, they may join later. Let's start from AWS. Okay, so guys, everybody have already means. Do you have your domain account? Have you bought any domain account or not? I have GoDaddy one. I have not it. I'll do. Okay, Ashok, if you have the GoDaddy account, see there is a problem with GoDaddy account. You know, whenever you do some changes, it may require up to 72 hours in order to reflect your GoDaddy. You know this one. Whatever the DNS name you will be configuring, it will take around 72 up to 72 hours to reflect into it. So better way, do it like this one. If you have the your domain in GoDaddy account, do it as you know, but create your own Route 53. But anyway, like it is a requirement for this one AWS, like cops, like you need to have your own Route 53. So for that, in that case, you may have to set up you may have to set up that configuration in your system. Means so technically you will have to create your own DNS, and that DNS would be your Route 53. So it was what happened? Yesterday I have deleted that one as well. Anyway, no problem. I'll create a new one. Okay, actually, accidentally, yesterday I deleted my account, so I may have to, perform that step again. Because in order to have Lab 2 account, I need to have this account. Okay, so I'll follow these steps. So guys, I'll do it today. I'll do it very quickly because this step has already been done yesterday. So I'm not going to do, I'm not going to explain it again today again. But these are the some standard steps that we have done yesterday. So I'll do this step quickly. Okay, so what we have done today. So guys, do you have your system ready? So, do you have your system ready?
You are now unmuted.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So we may have to follow these steps one by one. Let's do it. So in fact, for you, like I'm doing each and everything from scratch. Accidentally, yesterday I deleted this account, so I'm doing it again. So you can follow me and try to replicate the step what I am doing right now. Yeah. Means you may have to uh, means okay. I'll tell you. So just follow the same. I'll tell you from where we will have to update it. These are the things that
You are
I
now
have
muted.
already covered. The user groups, okay, access key, COPS credential. So I may have to delete the older one so that I'll be able to create a new one. Just keep yes, yeah. Create a simpler code. This one I'll have to delete it. This one. What happened? Perfect. So step one I have already done it. Let me do my step one. Okay. So here from 12 onward steps, you may have to do the same. So
You are now
in my
unmuted.
case, okay. So now coming to this one. So if you have already purchased a domain name, just go to 53. Okay, and create hosted zone. This is the hosted. Yeah, create hosted zone here. So if you see, yeah, hosted zone would be, and the name of hosted zone would be your domain name. Yeah, and it will be public type. Okay, so once you have done this one, then you may have to configure this one. So if you see, okay, now coming to this one point, if this is your domain name, have you registered from here or some other location? Okay, from domain, you may have to set up your DNS. Okay, let me show you. Just share your screen. I think also. Are you talking about? Okay, share me your screen so that I'll explain you how you'll have to do. Because I already have this one created, so I don't want to disturb that one. So share your screen and I'll explain you how you can create hosted zone, how you can configure domain with hosted zone. Share Firefox or Mozilla both are same. Yeah. Uh, yeah. Save me your screen again. So okay, so this is the you hosted you go to domain. Your registered domain. Yeah, your registered domain. So have you paid $12? Yeah. Then why it is not reflecting here? No, no, no. You have to pay instantly. Okay, just can you just click on dashboard. See here. Okay. See, can you see? In the bottom, register pay because your payment, check your payment. Okay, you will have to pay it instantly. Then only you will be able to get it. Yeah. Go to payment. No, no, go to action. Go to your pay like bill button. Uh, the, just go to your top right corner. Ashok, top right corner. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Click on here. No, no, yeah, here. Bill dashboard. My billing dashboard. Okay. Now see here. Like go to billing preference. Yeah, billing preference. No, no, no. Okay. So payment method. Can just go to payment method. Payment method. Mm, make payment. No, no, no. No need to do this. Okay, just click it here. You make payment. Yeah. So where is that one? Card bill. Can you just go to the bills? Where is the bill options? Uh, yeah, click it here. Why this one is not showing? Billing. Okay. Can you just go to the billings? Yeah, yeah. Click. Yeah, click on purchase or preview maybe. No, you do not have this one. Can you just go to billings? Why there is no not options are where the cost options are not coming? No, no, no. Okay, can you just go to the payment methods? Consolidated billing. Can you just click on consolidated billing? They should ask to pay the bill, but why it is not showing in your case? Uh, make payment. Can you click on make payment? See what kind of message you will be getting. It is showing 1ST. There is no payment is required. This is what the message you are getting. Uh, in your case. Can you just log out or log it again? Okay, now generally it should come in the order and invoice. Can you just click on orders and invoice? Yeah, this one. So why it is not showing that $12? Billing preference, cost, usage, cost per queries, review, credits, bills. Okay, then just go to domain again and see. Okay, you might have not been completed this system. That might be the issues. Mm. Yeah. Enables. Click continue. Complete order. Your order has been processed. So what? Yeah. Click it here. Yeah. Yeah. Go to domain. Yeah. Can you just click it here? Yeah. The domain registration is in process. This is the message you have got. Now, go to your billing section. Go to the billing order and invoices. Order and invoice. Still no showing. Go to payment methods. No. It is nothing to do with this one. See, actually, there is some issue with your account, or maybe some. Can you check your mail? See what kind of message you have got in your mail. Sorry, because okay, okay. So you may have to set a default. This one. Then only it would work. Okay, so this is how you have to do. Means let me show you the screens, and I'll show you look how it uh, it is working here. Okay, so anyway, so if you see here, what I have done, I have created the same thing, but this one in this hosted zone, I have this information. Your NS record. This one need to be added in your domain name. Means see, like domain name is different entity and your DNS is different entity. In order to work, with this one, you may have to add your DNS name, NS record. So this is called, this one need to be added in your, this information need to be added in your domain. Then only both will link. Means domain name will link with your DNS record. So this is what I want for you. Once you've done this one, once you configure this one, then what you will have to do, you will have to copy this one and you will have to put inside your domain name. Means where, let's say if you have put it in your AWS, so you will they may ask you where to put your DNS record. If you are, if some of you are in GoDaddy, so you will have to copy this record into your GoDaddy account, custom your own DNS like this one, and after that you will have to put like this, so that you will be able to configure it, you will be able to access it. Okay, so now let's so I have already
You
done
are
this
now
step.
muted.
Means my domain name is configured with DNS. So for my case, my domain name is in GoDaddy account, and DNS is here only. So like and I have configured. So it took around 72 hours to update this DNS record in your GoDaddy account. After that, now I am updating each and everything here only, so that it should have, it is reflecting this stuff very quickly. Okay, so what I have to do, this is my DNS record, so I'll have to update it here as well. So this is the domain name that I have added. This would be fine. This would be also fine. Okay, I may have to put our DNS record S3 bucket location where each and everything would be added. So I'll be selecting this one, Terraform client. So okay, this thing is done. So now I'll have to add the end. I will have to add this system. Perfect. So what I have done, I have added domain name, I have added bucket name, and configured it. So if you see for this one, I you may have to change here and bucket name. That's it. These are the, these are locations where you will have to change it according to this steps. And in the step 2, I think this is the final step. I'll have to simply call this one. So this way, what will happen? It will create our complete infrastructure. Okay, and see, they have already provided this information. Means they are giving the hint. Cops cluster name, this one, and yes, same thing I'm doing here. So I'll be using this method in order to create our infrastructure. And once it's done, see here, make sure your access to the cluster, means your cluster is ready or not, using this method. So every 30 seconds, we'll be checking whether this cluster has came or not. Cops validate cluster. This is the method. Cops validate cluster name, this one. So if you do so, if you are getting some value, if you are not getting this one, not. If you are not getting any value, that means I should do this again. And while you know, like you have already learned earlier, while true, then you can perform the option. If the while become false, you may have to do some other step again. So this, I'll copy this one and I'll put it here so that I'll check whether our cluster is running or not. See, since this one is, see, validation failed, as of now I'm getting. So I'll run it again. See here, echo wait until cluster is available. So I'll run it again and we'll check whether it is available. So it is just checking. So by the means we are making two cluster in AWS. Yeah, of course. As Siva, yesterday we discussed here, means using COPS, you can create cluster Kubernetes cluster in AWS, Azure, GCP, DigitalOcean, and other provider as well. So right now we are using this method for AWS. Means this is not cloud means it is not as only related to AWS. Whether you can do similar stuff in another platform as well. So it might take sometime it takes 4 to 5 minutes. Sometime it takes more than that one. So we'll have to wait until validation will give the result. Perfect. See, our cluster is ready now. So this was the step we did yesterday. Until now we have done. So this is a delete method. Once I delete this one, what will happen? It will delete our cluster. So using this method, can you see edit configuration means sometime you may have to change your node. Sometime you may have to change your means master node. Okay. So see, this is the step. See, so now what happened? Like let's say if I need to update this one. See, this is the base script. I think some of you had asked yesterday how to do this one. So this is the way we can do it here. Means you may have to update this information and it would export. Means if you run this one, export.bash, this file, bash.this1, so it would work. In redmi.md. Okay, so I have not updated it, but this is the file that you can do it in it, and this is also init file. Means using this method, these are the two steps. Either you can perform one by one, or simply you can perform this one. It both would work. Okay, now let's come to lab one. So in the lab one, what we'll do here, it would be a kind of load balancer kind of stuff. Means we have the clusters. We have the clusters ready, but now we may have to deploy some application inside it. So how we'll be able to do it? So we'll be doing each and everything one by one. So first, test it like how it works. So let's clone this platform. Clone cd kubernetes ops fine cd lab 1. Okay, so now you can see here we have multiple steps. We will be discussing each and everything one by one. So first thing is like Nginx deploy. See here what exactly Nginx deployment is. In Nginx, I have done deployment Nginx replica set 1 app containers. This is where finding where is our like a container Docker container is. As we are directly means you can see this is the no this is the email. This is the public image. That's why we have not provided any other information. If you need your own Docker containers and all, so you'll have to put Docker image information here. Or there's this access, so they will pull that image and they will start working on it. So let's do it first, and then we'll explain it how we can perform the same. So first step is like we can use kubectl create deployment. Means first we'll create our Docker container using this method. Okay, if I do so, what will happen? See here, deployment app has been created. If you want to check how it has been created, command is very simple. kubectl get all. kubectl get all. This will give you the idea of how many deployment you have. So in our case, right now, what we have done, we have deployment Nginx. Can you see Nginx, and using deployment Nginx, they created pod, they created replica set, because we have added this information here. We added, see here, replicas 1 selector engine. So what happened? They created this one and template means pod. So they created our pod with Nginx Docker container, and replica 1 means only one such image or such services need to be available. So this one. Now in order to access this one, we may have to have our Node.js. Means we may have to have some kind of services. So technically, if you want to access your services, you may have to perform like this one. And now we'll see this one. Can you see what exactly we have done here? Services would be VN, name what we have given, Nginx ELB, name HTML default, and type is equal to load balancer. See, if you provide type is equal to load balancer, what will happen? It will create a load balancer for you. If you are in AWS, it will create load balancer this one. Now selector, can you see selector which one? App. So what app we have created? We have created Nginx. So they will select Nginx node, and what is the internal port? Our container port is equal to 80. That means it is internal port. So target port would be 80, means external port would be 80. So this is how HTTP means here we may selected HTTP collections. So this is how it is working. First you will have to create container, and in order to serve your container, you should have some kind of services. So this is the services here like this one. So now let's run this one and see how the thing would work. So if I create SVC, so it would create a. If I run this one, what will happen? It will create a service. So you can verify it from here. See here, they have created a endpoint, load balancer endpoint. See, in single line, they have created this thing for us. You can verify it from here as well. See, these are the internal. So oh, I should open not this. Rather, I should open US East one. Perfect. Can you see? As of now, it is in provisioning state, and this is the A record that has been created while running the system. The both are same. So that means, and see here. So this is what our port 80. If it would be in conditions like if I access in, so definitely it should not work. Once it become provision to ready, then I will be able to access our cluster, this system here. So guys, did you understand how it works? Still it is in provisioning state. Once the state will become ready, then only we will be able to serve it. See, it is active now. Let's access this one. It is not accessing. Let me verify it, like why it happened. Uh, Cube ETL describe. So you can see here, it is showing endpoint is equal to this one. 80 load balancer ingress, load balancer, network load balancer. That is fine. Event normal, ensured load balancer. So each and everything is perfectly fine. Why it is not accessing? Let me run it here and see if I'm getting some error, some output or not. You are Karal. Uh, okay, so let me guess what would be the error. If I go to security group for load balancer, listener, this one 80 forwarded to K8S default Nginx. That is fine. initial. As of now, it is initial instance. Okay, now coming to this one, security group, inbound rule. Why it is not same with this one? Now, oh, now it has started working. Actually, it was first time it worked. See now, so what is happening here? Our cluster that is running means we have installed Kubernetes infrastructure. Oh, and here also it has given the output. See, they have also given the output same as this one. So guys, did you understand how it worked? Ashok, Vijendra, Shiva, Rahul.
You are now unmuted.
So
You are
so do you
next.
think like it is it difficult or easy?
You are now unmuted.
Yeah. So thing is that like let's create a domain. Any one of you, if you create a domain name, I'll show you how it can be done. But you need. Uh, yeah. So other than Ashok, none of you have the domain name Vijendra, Rahul, and Shiva. In No, in fact, in GoDaddy also you will be able to do it. Just share your screen. I think we'll show you how you can do it with GoDaddy as well. No, go to your GoDaddy dashboard. Okay. No, it should be your username, not your domain name here. No, no, it won't work. Anyway, let me. So guys, I hope you guys understood like how it worked. So what we have done now I'll show you what exactly is this one. So in the lab one, first we have deployment, Nginx deployment. See in the see you will have to understand one thing. Deployment means first you have to create your container inside your infrastructure. Once the container is ready, then in order to
You are
serve
now
that
muted.
container, in order to access that container externally, you may to have your service. So you can see this kind type is equal to app API version is equal to app/v1. So that means it is the kind of application, and you can see here it is already mentioned about deployment. Means you if your kind is equal to deployment, that means you will have to install your Docker container inside this file only. So how you'll be able to do it? So the step is very simple. First you'll have to write deployment. After that API version. As we discussed earlier. Uh,
Kumar, your screen is not showing.
oh, sorry, I forgot to share it. Now is it visible? Okay. So what I was trying to say, yesterday we discussed about some API stuff and all. Where is that? This is the diagram. Yesterday we have seen that diagram. Yeah, I think this would also work. You can see here, developer making API server. Means if you see this file, this is the API that we are API version. So this is the version, like using this method, we are making an API call, API server, using control model, scheduler, and etc. So this is the method. Now metadata is something like this. It will give you the idea like what exactly the name of your development server would be. So Nginx namespace. So namespace is nothing but a kind of group. Means if you have multiple projects in the same, this one same infrastructure, you can still you will be able to do it, and you can group all these resources using some kind of namespace. So here namespace is default means that means everything will be in the same environment, a single default namespace, default group I would say. After that, I have specified like this one, replicas means how many server we may need it at this stage. So now let's say if I edit this one, nano, okay, if I like this one, kubectl get all, you can see how many deployment we have right now. We have one deployment, one available, one deployment, and ready one. See here, this is the pod, and this is the services. So now let's say if I edit this one, nano nginx deploy, and instead of one, I'll be selecting two. Let's say I'll select two. Now if I okay, so this one for updating, I think the command would be kubectl help config plugins apply. Okay, yeah, it is apply. As I have changed something, you will have to write apply apply -f. See here, it's showing configure. Now let's see if they have means it has been deployed get done or not. You can see How many deployment now we have? We have 2. Replicas is equal to 2. And can you see? This is one pod. This is another pod. So did you understand, guys, about this concept? Like replicas means how many number of pod you have. Means in general, see pod 1, pod 2, pod 3. So if you think you may have to have 5 replica, five pod with same configuration, you can do it.
You are now unmuted.
Yeah, exactly. That's why initially it was one pod, but now we have 2 different pods. So deployment. So once we update this one, now let's do it. Let me edit it again, and this time what I'll do, I'll
You are
make
now
from
muted.
2 to 1. So what will happen? It will destroy 1. Configured. Now let's see. See here, one is already destroyed. See how quickly it did. Means simply you will have updated it one, and what happened, like it has removed one Docker container, and now as of now only one we have. So your development will become very fast once you configure your proper infrastructure. So this is what we have. We did it for this lab. Now have some chat application as well. So let's do this one. So we already tested it. Now we'll have to delete this one. So in order to delete this one, first we'll have to delete your services. So this one has been deleted, and this one has also been deleted. So if I do so, what will happen? Our this one might have been deleted. Load balancer would have been blank now. See, no load balancer. So see how efficient they are. Means by using single command, we are controlling whole infrastructure. Now what I'll do here, if you see this code, our final code, see you'll have to change this one. Means we'll have to update our domain name in this file. So this is what the domain name. So now what I'll do here means I have added our deployment and services, both are in same code. Okay, so let's say I'll edit it here. Nano kubectl, and here I'll use this one. Docker container is fine. Name. So here the name would be cat dot. Let's say I'll put like this one. Okay, and canned at learning.com. cat.cannedlearning.com. See again I'm using this one. Node type is equal to elastic load balancer kind of stuff. Save it and run it. What will happen? It would create our services here. They have created deployment, they have created services. So this is the domain name that has been created, and the domain name is your chat.cannedlearning.com. So what we have to do here, I may have to go inside our Route 53 and I'll have to configure our chat.domain so that I'll be able to access it. So this is our Route 53 domain. Go here, click on create record, simple routing. Next, we'll define chat, and here choose endpoint. It would be alias to network load balancer. Where is this one? So it is US East one. So this is what the ID is. So you will get each and everything from here only. So I have defined it here. Okay. Once our domain name will be available, means once our this one load balancer would be available, then we will use it. See, still is in provisioning. Once it will become ready state, then we will have the ready-made chat application would be applicable. So here you can see I have used someone Docker image. Active. Okay. So if I select cat dot it might take some time for first time. Still it is not ready. It might take some time. And still, if you are getting some problem, so what you have to do here. I open my GoDaddy account. See, okay, yeah. So can you see, guys? My account has been started. Let's say I'll be using another account. See, I have opened two different AWS two account. Username. In one case, Prabhat. Can you see? See here. Pankaj. So I am able to, this one. Can you see? I have a complete chat application already now. Means we can add here. Can you see? If I put it here, it is reflecting same time in another services. You see, we are entering here and it is reflecting here as well. So this is the chat application that we have that I have already configured here, and it is working perfectly fine as expected. So guys, everybody understood how it worked? See, the point would be like you will have to understand this terminology, each and everything one by one. So in the next class, we'll be discussing more about this thing as well, but it is somehow would be same. So I request you please guys go through this one and try to understand this term. What is API version? What is metadata? What is replica? What is selector? Just Google about it and you will get all the insight about the same. You can get it from their official website as well. It's the official website. You may get all the information from here. Understanding what is Kubernetes components. See, Kubernetes components. You will be able to understand this controller plane, node. These are the API server controller plane, and so etcd, Git schedulers, proxy, add-on, DNS. So my point is, you will be able to learn. See, you have got some idea how it works and all. Now, if you read this information here, you will get a lot of information from here. Okay, guys. So I request you please just first of all you should able to create your AWS account. Once the account is ready, then start exploring this stuff. This is like you should be able to delete means you should be able to create this use case lab one and all. So this time what I'll do, I'll not delete each and everything, rather I'll simply remove the existing one. If I do so, what will happen? It will destroy my cluster. Vijender, did you understand for today's class or not? Vijender, can you hear me? Vijender is not available. Okay, so Siva.
You are now unmuted.
Okay. So just go to here. Yeah, share your screen. Okay, so this is your domain name. Okay, so what is that? Just copy this one and create the similar stuff. Means create a similar, this one. Go to your GoDaddy and create the similar hosted zone. Yeah, go to your, not here. Go to your AWS. Go to Route 53. Destroy the older one because it will be chargeable $0.5 per month. So destroy this one. Type below. Create a new one. Public, that is fine. Get yes. Okay. Now see here. This hosted zone has been created. No. NS record. As I told you, like we'll have to use NS record. Okay. Now open your GoDaddy account. Okay. Click. Yeah. Manage. Can you just go to DNS at the top? Yeah. Click on manage. Manage zone. Yeah. Search. Yeah. Search it here. Yeah. Change here. Okay. So I think you might have done it earlier. Okay. Okay. Click on change. Okay. Yeah. No. Leave as it is. Go to your AWS account and paste it here one by one. No, NS 177. Just click it here. Edit. Yeah, copy one by one without dot. You can remove from there. Yeah, yeah. Remove the older one as well. You may have to add, yeah, replace it one, replace this one. Yeah, remove that. Okay, so I'm put copy the remaining trees. Means name server means if you have the domain, so it is something like this one, like your name and your identity, both are different. Okay, so yeah, means identity means what exactly you are, and name means it is just your inform, just your name. So here like this one, if you have created domain name, it means that is simple name. You may have to configure this name with your identity. So here DNS is something like this one, like in order to connect your readable domain name with your server. In that case, you may have to have some kind of DNS. Let's save it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay. So now what we have done, you have already done this step. Okay. Yes. Yes. Just click on yes. Now what? It would take around some time. It may take sometime it will configure in within 10 to 15 minutes. Sometime it might take up to 72 hours. Okay, so what you have to do here means we'll have to check means how whether it worked or not. So the best way to do is like this one. Just Google it, like DNS this one website DNS validator. Can you search it here? Yeah, domain lookup, that would be also fine. DNS checker, yeah, DNS checker. Enter your website name, the one, yeah, the one you have added just now. This one, yeah. So it should give your AWS information. If your AWS information is available, yeah, search it here. And as of now, it is so. Okay, go to another one. Go to another website. DNS. Just simply search DNS checker. Yeah, click it here. Yeah, anyone. Just check one by one. No, again it won't work. Uh, what was your website name? Can you show me? Or else, okay, just open this one. Open this link. Open a link. I have shared you in the chat box. Can you open it? Yeah. Paste your domain name. Right now, what exactly showing it is? Scroll down. IP address of this one, DNS. And the name server. So see, as of now, it is not updated yet. This is what I was telling you. Once the GoDaddy will be updated, then after that you will get the information about this. It might take some. Sometime it is taking up to 72 hours as well. But Yeah, one time. It is a one-time process. That's what it is. Yeah, exactly. So in my case also, like my domain name is on GoDaddy, but I have configured this one the way you did it here. Same thing, same way I did it for my own domain, and it worked. Now what happened? Like now I'm controlling all of their record and all using our own DNS name. So that means that changes will reflect within few seconds. If I, yeah, yeah, exactly. So now this is your hosted zone. Means now each and every record and all will be controlled from here one. Means no, yeah, no need to go now for GoDaddy DNS because instead of GoDaddy DNS name, we have chosen our own using AWS. Yeah, yeah, exactly. You'll have to simply search it here. If you get the information, okay, I'll give you. Can you search this one? Go to the same website, DNS checkers. Not here. Another one. The one I have sent it to you. Search it. Yeah. Search it here. Kantlearning.com. KNTLEARNING.com. See, can you see this type of information you should get. Yeah, exactly. Or yeah, this one you should get this information. Because we are getting the information like our DNS in Amazon Root. Same information you should get it. If you're not getting, that means your record has not been updated yet. Okay, guys. So I think you guys have already got an idea how these things work. Please, everybody, please register a domain name anywhere and try to replicate this lab, means your installation lab and first lab. Tomorrow we will be discussing about the second labs because we have total around five. So we'll have to do each and everything one by one. Total four labs. Yeah.
You are now muted.